Ukraine's military will liberate all territory occupied by Russian forces regardless of how long it takes, Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba told AFP this week, adding this was the Ukrainian people's wish. He said, "Our goal is victory, victory in the form of the liberation of our territories within Ukraine's borders of 1991. And we don't care how long it takes. As long as the Ukrainian people share this goal, the Ukrainian government will move hand in hand with its own people." Kyiv launched its long-anticipated counteroffensive in June but has acknowledged tough battles as it struggles to break through heavily fortified Russian positions. But Ukraine is not under pressure from its Western allies, which have provided far-reaching contributions to the military to make faster gains, Kuleba said. "We're not feeling this," he told AFP, acknowledging an increase in the voices of commentators and experts in the public space discussing the pace of Ukraine's gains on frontlines in the east and south of the country. He jokingly encouraged critics of Ukraine's offensive to go and join the Foreign Legion to aid Ukraine's efforts. "It's easy to say that you want everything to be faster when you are not there." He said, however, that Ukraine will still need a steady supply of Western arms and ammunition until its military has routed Russian forces from all occupied Ukrainian territory. He said, "The truth is that until we have won, we need more, we need to move forward, because war is a reality, and in this reality, we need to win. There is no other way." Russia fined Alphabet's Google 3M rubles, £25,000, for not deleting what it said was fake information about what Moscow calls its special military operation in Ukraine, the TASS news agency reported. A host of sites are under scrutiny in Russia for failing to remove content that Moscow deems illegal. Social media site Reddit was fined for the first time on Tuesday. The U.S. has sanctioned 3 entities accused of seeking to facilitate arms deals between North Korea and Russia as Washington tightens its restrictions on support for Moscow's war in Ukraine. The U.S. Treasury Department said in a statement that Russia was continuing to use up munitions and lose heavy equipment in Ukraine, forcing it to turn to its small pool of allies, including North Korea, for support. The department said it had imposed sanctions on 3 entities tied to a sanctions evasion network attempting to support arms deals between Russia and the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. It added, "This action is part of the continuing U.S. strategy to identify, expose, and disrupt third-country actors seeking to support Russia's brutal war against Ukraine." The entities targeted are limited liability company Virus, Defense Engineering Limited Liability Partnership and Versor SRO. In a statement, Brian Nelson, the Treasury's Undersecretary for Terrorism and Financial Intelligence, said, "The United States continues to root out illicit financial networks that seek to channel support from North Korea to Russia's war machine. Alongside our allies and partners, we remain committed to exposing and disrupting the arms trade underpinning Putin's brutal war in Ukraine." Leaders of the BRICS group of emerging national economies, Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa, are set to meet next week to discuss how to turn a loose club of nations accounting for a quarter of the global economy into a geopolitical force that can challenge the West's dominance in world affairs. Vladimir Putin, who faces an international arrest warrant over alleged war crimes in Ukraine, will not join leaders from Brazil, India, China and South Africa amid rifts over whether to expand the bloc to include dozens of Global South nations queuing up to join. South Africa will host Chinese President Xi Jinping, Brazil's Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the BRICS summit from August 22 to 24. Spread over the globe and with economies that operate in vastly different ways, the main thing uniting the BRICS is skepticism about a world order they see as serving the interests of the U.S. and its rich country allies who promote international norms they enforce but don't always respect. Few details have emerged about what they plan to discuss, but expansion is expected to be high on the agenda, as some 40 nations have shown interest in joining either formally or informally, according to South Africa. They include Saudi Arabia, Argentina and Egypt.